Senate's compromise to end the partial government shutdown, clearing the House Rules Committee, setting the stage for a critical House vote today. House Speaker Mike Johnson, you just heard him, he's racing to push this massive funding package through the chamber without any more changes as GOP infighting is threatening to derail this deal. Several Republicans are warning that they will sink this legislation until the Safeguarding American Voter Eligibility Act, also known as the SAVE Act, is included. The SAVE Act would require states to obtain in-person proof of citizenship when registering voters and mandate the removal of non-citizens from the voter rolls. President Trump putting pressure on the House to pass a deal to end the partial shutdown. Writing on Truth Social, quote, "We need to get the government open, and I hope all Republicans and Democrats will join me in supporting this bill and send it to my desk without delay." Joining me now is Wisconsin Congressman Scott Fitzgerald, a member of the House Financial Services Committee. Congressman, where's this going? What do you think? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Maria. Good to be with you. I mean, listen to the speaker when he says that it's probably not going to be part of this package, which I know is a huge disappointment for members like myself. The state of Wisconsin right now is one of those states that's poised to, after the next census is completed, to lose a congressional seat. And if we don't put something in place that curtails those that are not registered or shouldn't be voting, we're going to have a huge shift in this country, and it's going to hurt some of the smaller states, small populated states like Wisconsin. So I'm disappointed, and I know there's a lot of other members, and we'll see with this 11 o'clock vote. I mean, if there's members that are going to try and make a stand on this, it could kind of derail the whole idea that this is going to be fully completed and we're going to evade the shutdown at some point today.
Wow. A lot of your colleagues have told me they want a reconciliation package at the end of the year. We've been talking about that this morning. Is there an off-ramp here that you can put the SAVE Act in the reconciliation package later this year, or is the reconciliation package also in question?
No, I mean, I think that's always been tentative, just because of the numbers that we have in the House right now. Didn't get any easier over the last couple of months as we lost Doug LaMaffa. So I think that what you're going to see moving forward is kind of an internal discussion on how can we get this done if it's not attached to something that's going over to the Senate in regards to the government shutdown stuff.
I mean, I agree it's important, but you also need the government open. And you heard what Chuck Schumer just said. It's dead on arrival.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, those that have worked in and around the bill, and if you're in a purple state, you know exactly what the impact could be if in fact, we had the bill in place. Yeah. So it's kind of an ongoing discussion.
Congressman, let's talk about that meeting yesterday at the White House with crypto executives and banks as well. They're trying to break this impasse, holding up the Clarity Act. They're calling for talks constructive talks on these reward situation. Crypto representatives reportedly felt that the banks were slow to engage. The banks don't like what's going on here. The president is supporting the bill in the Oval Office. Watch this.
I'm a big crypto person. I'm the one that probably helped crypto more than anybody because I believe in it. And the reason I believe in it is because if we don't do it, Scott, I think we can say then China's going to do it, right? Yes, sir. If we don't do crypto, then China's going to do it.
Congressman, where do you stand on this? Obviously, we know the issue. The crypto platforms want to be able to pay customers rewards for moving their money out of deposit accounts at the traditional banks. The banks say, well, wait, you're going to act like a bank, but you're not following the regulations that the bank follows. How do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to keep pointing over to the Senate, but this is something that needed to be reconciled, I think, between the Senate Banking Committee and the Senate Ag Committee. And I know that some of those discussions are still ongoing, but, we've done the Clarity stuff. We did Genius. And I know you've had numerous members on talking about those bills, but the idea is now some of this real kind of in real time and real stuff that we need to be working on has to be ironed out. I have a bill that actually is going to come up in financial services that would, I think, help kind of advance the idea that there are some decentralized banking products out there that need to be folded into this stuff. I mean, it's kind of like we're having this discussion about crypto, but at the same time, you have to integrate some of the real-life banking that is going on in the country.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that this bill passes and it creates kind of a pathway for this.
So the bottom line, do you think crypto platforms should be able to pay rewards?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to have to reconcile what people who, quite honestly, aren't familiar with when it comes to crypto, who are doing their banking at some of our major banks. They're going to have to be able to work within the system, and it's up to us to come up with that pathway.
Yeah, but I mean, look, they don't have the same regulatory framework, right? I mean, should crypto platforms have deposit insurance? If they're going to act like a bank, should they follow the same rules that the banks follow?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, if we're going to have a overreaching agreement, it's going to have to come probably from this product that the Senate has been trying to reconcile between ag and banking, both of those committees right now.
I'm wondering now, since we're at this impasse on this issue, that you're going to be dipping into the Genius Act, and does that start changing? Is that the path forward?
Yeah, I mean, Chairman Hill has done a good job, I think, of presenting where the House is on this. And if it becomes an item that it needs to be negotiated, it's going to be elevated all the way, I think, between the Speaker and what you may see from Leader Thune.
That's what I thought,
yeah, there's going to have to be a discussion at that level.
Liz, you have an opinion on this? Where do you stand?
I mean, I don't really understand why this product is still governed by the Ag Committee. I mean, I think that's something that really needs to be ironed out. But I guess the question is, what are the politics of this? I don't really understand, or I don't at least understand what the American public thinks about it, what Democrats think about it versus Republicans. I mean, isn't there common ground here?
Yeah, Liz, I'll just respond with, I mean, the angle that the Agricultural Committee has is that it's still treated as a commodity.
Right.
So it falls into that category. But beyond that, I think politically, this is one of those issues it's very seldom do I have a constituent approach me about this entire topic or really seeks more understanding.
Okay.
It's something, and that's why it's so tedious trying to work through this, I think, in some of the committees, because there's a lot of members here that, quite honestly, don't engage on the issue at all.
Well, I mean, if the U.S. wants to be the #1 player in digital assets, we need the regulatory framework and the boundaries in place, and we need some clarity on it. So we'll be watching your work, Congressman. It's good to see you this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Maria. Good to be with you again.
And to you, Scott Fitzgerald on Capitol Hill. We'll be right back.